Okay, we've worked out what we're going to do now, and with the two pieces that we're going to join together, and we need to, for that join, we need two perfect straight edges where we can join that carpet together and butt perfectly for gluing. So to do that, you really have to have a long straight edge, and I just run the knife down here, which we'll see in a minute, but I use a Stanley knife with always a sharp blade. Very important. If it starts getting blunt, it doesn't cut properly and it starts ripping the weave. So I've just cut an ordinary out of a cardboard box just underneath the carpet like this, and just as a backing to preserve what I'm cutting onto. So we're going to proceed now and just cut right down here, and like so. And it's quite simple, just a straight cut and away it goes. And I'm going to come to the end of this straight edge, and I'm just going to keep my knife there as the guide. I know where I've slide that down and position, and that's pretty good. And I just continue. You can see that Stanley knife is actually riding on the straight edge, and it's just so simple to do, and that's a nice cut all the way through. There you are. Right, now just to pull this surplus cut away, it's still just attached at certain parts, so I use my proper carpet laying scissors, and so I just pull that, and just, you see that it's just there, it's just attached at odd places, but you just need to cut that, don't pull it. So here we are, just cutting this little piece. It was just attached, but you can see how perfect cut that is, and that's going to make a nice join. Right, the two carpets that we want to join, present them face up. So we're going to just put this tape underneath the join. I'll put that right down there, and just slide this under this side. Put this tape down under the join all the way down. Now there is a black line on the tape, as you can see. There's two black lines, and they just help because you can't see the tape. Now that's disappeared under the carpet. You've got to be times you just pull back the carpet and just see, and it helps to guide you to center that tape right in the middle. That's what that black line is for. So we're just going to leave a little protrusion of the tape like so. So we're heating up this iron right now, and that's nice and hot. But to test that out, it takes about a minute or so to heat up the iron. So we're just going to just test this out. Right, I'm just putting the iron in there now, and I'm just going to test to see whether that's melted, and I'm just moving the iron a bit, and I can see that glue, hot glue melting. Don't put your fingers on that, it's extremely hot, you'll burn yourself. So here I go. I'm just going to slide that iron down to the length of itself, and I'm going to start butting that, and just careful to butt that nicely, pulling that iron down, and with the spike roller I'm just going to press firmly down, and that helps that glue come up into the backing of the carpet for joining. So I'm rolling that tightly, and that's weaving all those tufts together. One of the things about being outside is that I've got plenty of room to work in. If you're confined, got a confined space in your room that you're working in, it's a bit hard to do this. One of the important things is to keep these two carpets that I'm joining the same tension on each side, otherwise it can cause a bubbling effect as I'm joining, and it's very hard to pull that out. But once you get the knack of it, it's not hard, it's not rocket science, it's just that ability to initially get those two joins fitting perfectly before you start. And really, these are some good joins here. So there's just a few little tidying up bits. I'm just going to snip a few little strands of the carpet backing that's come through. It's normal, and that's what we do, and I'm just going to snip them off. Now that looks good. One there. You won't see that join. That looks good. Right, we've got an unfortunate cut in this carpet, like so. So this is just standard second-hand carpet stuff, what you've got to do. So what I'm going to do, I've heated the iron up, I'm just going to heat this up, and I'm almost going to do the opposite. I'm going to heat this up and then just put this over and push this down, then flip the carpet over and make sure that's tight together. So here goes. I'll slide that down. You can see that glue melting there nicely, and that's about all I want. Make sure that's hot under, that is really hot, onto the tray. Now over, and I'm going to quickly, that's hot, and I'm quickly going to tip that over. And make sure that that's, here we are. That'll solve that problem. You won't see it. That's going into the corner of a room. And most probably there'll be a chair over it, and you won't see it anyway. Okay, I think that's a really good result. You can't see that join. Look at that. That's perfect. That's not a restoration. That's perfect. You can't see that.